Hello, my name is Joyce Macatandang de Luna, BSIT 3A. Capstone project as a thesis and research work, based from CHED Memorandum Order Number 25 Series of 2015. The thesis capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. Both the thesis and capstone project are terminal project requirements that will not only demonstrate a student comprehensive knowledge of the area of the study and research methods used, but also allow them to apply the concept and methods to specific problem in their area of specialization. What is a thesis? It's a report of scholar upon some piece of research which he has completed. In the area of computing is defined as technical report on a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, approximate or partial solution, scientific investigation, or the development of result leading on the solution of the problem. Capstone project, an undertaking appropriate to a professional field. It should significantly address an exciting problem or need. An IT capstone project focuses on the infrastructure, application, or processes involved implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of capstone project students. Upon enrollment in the thesis capstone project, the researcher has the sole responsibility of conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for a researcher to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of a search. Although there will be an assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study. It is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything to the researcher, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researcher who will represent the result of the study in the final honor defense and not the advisor. Project A. Project duration. The thesis capstone project will be completed within 2 semesters, capstone project 1 and capstone project 2. In case that the student will not be able to apply the requirements within the prescribed semester, he or she will be given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4th semester duration, the students will be required to re-enroll Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2, considering that the average lifespan of software in 3 years. In case the students will pass the thesis Capstone Project 1 but will fail to complete Capstone Project 2, within 2 semesters, the student will be required to re-enroll thesis Capstone Project 1 and thesis Capstone Project 2. B. Project Group Composition. The Capstone Project Group will be composed of most 3 members, depending on the complexity of the project. Students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still the subject teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the capability of the members of the group. C. Project Advisor. The Dean Program Chair is given to authority to select the student advisor and panel members based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic. The selection of advisor for the capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisor from other department, colleges, institutions, universities will be allowed on a case of basis. Contract of Service o COS. Faculty members may handle capstone project advisorship provided that there be a permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be someday who will assume the advisorship once the contract of the former terminated. The maximum member of capstone project advisorship is 5 per faculty member. Letter D. Panel composition. The Dean Program Chair will assign qualified and competent faculty members who will constitute the defense panel. The defense panel shall be composed of the following. Number 1 is chairman, preferably the Dean Program Chair of the faculty with at least master degree. Number 2 is members. One may be a content expert. Letter E. Studies and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents researchers about the proposal hearing oral defense program during the actual proposal hearing and oral defense, respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is a unanimous decision among the three members of the thesis capstone project proposal. Hearing of oral defense panel. Once issued, it is a final and irrevocable. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. Letter F. Duties and responsibilities of the panel members content expert. Number 1. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serves as internet auditors, putting some form of check and control of the kinds of thesis capstone project being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables, recommended a verdict, listen and consider the request of the advisor and or proponents researchers. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. Letter G. Duties and responsibilities of project thesis capstone project subject teacher. Post schedules proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines requirements, guidelines and other announcement. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all the necessary capstone project documents before the proposal hearing and oral defense. File at least one copy of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel's evaluation, including provisions, and the revised and approved deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project. Submit collated grades of students under his or her section for that term. G. Studies and responsibilities of the project thesis capstone project subject teacher. The subject teacher is by default the advisor of all groups assigned to him or her. Announce research capstone project areas at the start of each semester to the students. Conduct general meetings with the students to discuss the capstone project guidelines, policies, and deliverables, and to allow the student to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal hearing and oral defense panel for each term. Schedule research capstone project activities such as the deadlines of deliverables and proposal hearing and oral defense sessions. Letter H. Studies and responsibilities of the advisor. Ensure that the study proposed by the student conforms to the standard of the college, has immediate a potential impact on the research trust of the university. Guides the research capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage. Defining the research problem objectives in clear specific terms. Building a working bibliography for the research. Identifying variables and formulating hypotheses. If any, determining research design, population to the studied research environment, instrument to be used, and the data collection procedures. H. Duties and responsibilities of advisor. Meets the team regularly, at least twice a month. Note, the team must seek proper appointment to answer the question and help resolve impasses and conflicts. Advisor must remind the proponents research to do their works properly. Review that through all deliverables of every stage of the research capstone project to ensure that they meet the department standards. The advisor may also require his or her proponents' researchers to submit progress report regularly. Recommends the proponents' researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign a proposal hearing notice and the oral defense notice he or she believes that the proponent's researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing and oral defense, respectively. Thus, if the proponent's researchers fail in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is partially the advisor's fault. Letter H. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Clarifies points during the proposal hearing and oral defense. Ensure that all required retribution are incorporated into the appropriate documents and or software. Keeps informed of the schedule of research capstone project activities, required deliverables and deadlines. Recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of his or her research capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, he or she responsible to be a provider, an encourager, a detector, a pushbus, a connector, and employment agency. J. Thesis Capstone Projects Presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of Education PSITE, Research Committee public presentation is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. K. Thesis capstone project turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment used during implementation as stated in the MOU. In the event that the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU. L. Thesis capstone project grading system. The final grade of each proponent will comprise of the following. Average grade of the panel members is 30%. Subject teacher is 30%. Advisor to the capstone project group 30%. Per grading 10%. So the total is 100%. Verdicts. This will be for possible verdicts after the proposal defense. The verdict is the unanimous decision among the three members of the panel committee. Once issued is a final irrevocable. Approved minor revision are necessary but they do not have to be presented in front of and checked by all panelists 86 to 100. Approved with provision. Major provision shall be incorporated in the final copy of the revised project proposal summary. There must be checked by the panelists 70 to 85. Disapproved. The proponent's researcher failed to approve a researchable or scholarly capstone project below 70. System and manuscript defense. Capstone project output group grades using system prototype rubric is 70%. Oral examination individual grades sum rubric with proposal is 30%. The total is 100%. Capstone project output group grade 70%. The output should be consistent with the objectives defined during the proposal stage is 25%. All major module and features of the system's output is defined after the proposal stage are delivered. The credit shall be based on 25%. So the group debugging is 20%. So the total is 70%. Verdict's final defense. Accepted with provision are necessary but they do not have to be presented in front of the check by all panelists is 71 to 100. Re-oral defense. Another oral defense session in which all 70 to 85 not accepted. The proponent's research failed to propose a researchable or scholar capstone project below of 70. CCSICT Intellectual Property Policy. The college adopts the University Research Developed Intellectual Property Policy and Guidelines, treasuring the substantial creatively innovativeness and intellectual contribution of the faculty, research, and support staff as well as a student and creation of intellectual property in the university adopts the policy guidelines of Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. Thank you everyone.